The Ukraine war is going on. Russia has stepped up the offensive. And guess what? The Trudeau administration of Canada did to shore up Kyiv's defenses. It deployed gender advisors to help Ukraine take on the mighty Russian army. Ukraine is fighting there for its survival, and the thing Trudeau is most worried about is whether Kyiv forces are committed to integrate diversity, equity, and inclusion into policy making. The deployment of these gender advisors to Ukraine was revealed in a report recently published by the Department of National Defense. The report said that the Canadian Armed Forces, or the CAF, dispatched its gender advisors and gender focal points to missions in Ukraine as well as Poland, Haiti, and Latvia. This outrageous initiative was part of Canada's third National Action Plan on Women, Peace, and Security for this decade, which aims to bolster the integration of gender concepts into the execution of military operations. Now, this initiative is being slammed by war veterans and observers who question its relevance during active conflicts and humanitarian crises. They argue that such policies misplace priorities and add unwanted bureaucracy to military operations. During active combats, your only aim should be to kill enemies, not to push your LGBTQ or DEI agenda. But Trudeau does not agree with that, of course. Andrew McGillivray, who is president of Veterans for Freedom Group, termed the deployment of gender advisors to Ukraine as an unwelcome distraction. He said, the plan has been transformed into a useless, overbearing policy that has infiltrated every aspect of the Canadian Armed Forces. He also questioned whether a nation which is struggling to keep its people alive would buy this gender nonsense. He said, I doubt that countries at war or in a humanitarian crisis that we are trying to help care about gender nonsense being pushed by Canada when they are struggling to keep people alive. Well, imposing gender equality and DEI norms is still a first world wokeism concept. Countries with real problems at hand do not care and should not care about these fabricated issues. I mean, DEI would be the last thing on Ukraine's mind as it struggles to stay afloat in the face of this massive Russian invasion. But anyway, Trudeau is known for his misplaced priorities. For example, he is already failing Canada's own military by pushing DEI policies. This report by National Post highlights how the CAF is now spending more money on building a third bathroom or putting sanitary napkins in the men's room. They are failing to recruit more people as of now. The CAF is short of more than 16,000 personnel. There is no longer what you call the warrior culture in the military. People are demanding meritocracy back. It is not unthinkable, though, it's not undoable. Here, Canada has a lot to learn from its neighbor in the US. Trump appears to be acting on his threat to purge the American military of woke leaders. He has picked Pete Hegseth as his Secretary of Defense, who is a Fox News commentator and veteran who questions the DEI agenda. And Trump's team is reportedly contemplating a warrior board to fast track the removal of unfit generals and admirals. Well, Canada needs a policy change, and for that, maybe an administration change altogether. Trudeau needs to go. His DEI policies need to go as soon as possible.